in Isha time, in Isha prayer, addressing important incident happened in the month of Sha'ban, which is Tahweel al-Qibla, the change of Qibla. And look at that, how it was received at that time. A group of people, they came forward to apply, to the point that some of them, they have not actually heard the ayat or never get to know about this new regulation, a new order, and just one of those attended the Salah with the Prophet ﷺ informed them why they are praying. So they immediately, they change their direction following the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with no argument. And in that place where nowadays we call Masjid al-Qiblatayn, I visited that mosque long time ago, and they have sign, for the old Qibla, which completely opposite direction from the new Qibla. It's 180 degree. Some of us, they think just a little shift. No, 180 degree. They were in Medina facing Bayt al-Maqdis, and then they changed 180 degree facing, Mecca. And when I visited the mosque again, they removed the old sign. And I asked why. They said, because some people, they prayed in the old Qibla. They said, there's a barakah. What barakah is? So they said, we figured out we couldn't stop them, so we changed it. So they make door like, the entrance, instead of that, old mihrab. Anyway, the other group, they make fun of that. And instead they said change of Qibla, Allah can change His order. They said Allah changed His mind. And they said that al-buda bada lahu. He thought about this, so he changed it. Do you know who are they? Allah named them in the Quran, سَيَقُولُ السُّفَهَاءُ مِنَ النَّاسِ, group of Jewish, Yahud. They make fun of those regulations. And they know themselves how many of the ahkam being changed because of their corruption, actually. Something were allowed for them became prohibited because of, their argument. And they never stop argument. This rule called in Sharia an-naskh. I advise each one of you to study that, because there are many things that we can say about this. And that's one of the areas, those are Orientalists, Mustashriqeen, those they try to find problems and holes and and issues to bring doubt to the heart of the believers because of the rule of nasakh. First of all, we have to understand that what is nasakh? نسخ هو بيان انتهاء حكم شرعي بحكم شرعي آخر متراخٍ عنه. So the declaration of ending of a practicing a certain rule with another rule that comes after. So who ordered the first rule? It's Allah. And who ordered the second rule? It's Allah. So where is the problem? That's first point. Second point, there is no nasakh in al-akhbar, and there is no nasakh in al-aqaid. There's no change in any act, any article of faith, or any set of belief. And there is no change in the information or the fact or the news or what Allah told. It's only the change in ahkam, in the ruling. And the ruling, it's based on maslahah, based on the benefit. So whereas there is a benefit, there is a rule that has to be made in that. And that's actually the core of wisdom. where you're not just solid, not changing your rules, where you see that time now it's ready for the other rule. So somebody would say, why not was it from the first time that rule was made? Maybe people, they are not ready yet. Maybe that will be hard for them, which true. Our mother Aisha said, لو كان أول ما نزل لا تشربوا الخمر ودعوا الربا ودعوا الزنا قالوا لا نفعل ذلك أبدا. If the first things that was revealed, do not drink, do not do that, do not do this, they will say we're never going to do any of that. They were not ready yet. That's why you have to take them gradually. Yes? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said the wisdom behind that. He said, ما ننسخ من آية أو ننسيها. So there are ahkam. There are ahkam even in the nation before. So some of them were omit and people forget. And something need to be revived. So Allah said, ما ننسخ من آية أو ننسيها نأتي بخير منها أو مثلها. So the one was forgetting, Allah revived it, brought it again. And the one was fit for that time, Allah changed it to something better for this time. So that talking about the differences between the tashri'at, the ruling between the different nations, different messengers. But now even within the same message, that could be the same reasons. We can apply the same reasons in there. So we found, for example, some of the ahkam that's not easy for people to practice unless that came gradually. For example, the rules of jihad and fighting that took 4 stages. The rule of making the riba, the usury, prohibited, it takes 4 stages. The rule that making al-khamr, alcohol, prohibited, it takes 4 stages. So it was not that easy from the first stage that people, they will come forward to apply. So that's a sort of wisdom. You have to take them step by step. Even in the way how they think. Let me ask you, when Allah said in the Quran at the beginning, what He said, خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ طِينٍ? No, He didn't say that at the beginning. What He said in the beginning, اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق. He didn't say من طين مطفى إنه سيد خلق الإنسان من علق. Imagine at the beginning Allah told him خلق الإنسان من طين. They will say, where is the tin? Where is the mud? Where is the clay? Nothing here. But tell them in alaq, that's something they can absorb. You know, something they can witness. But then gradually when they grow in faith, Allah told them, إِنَّ مَثَلَ عِيسَى عِنْدَ اللَّهِ كَمَثَلِ آدَمَ خَلَقَهُ مِنْ تُرَابٍ. That, they are ready to accept it. They are ready to get it. Because it takes, time. So you have to take them gradually in the way of thinking, in the way of practice. And that's why there are need for a rule called an-nasakh. And that's one of the strength of the Sharia al-Islami, of Islamic jurisprudence. It's not as people think that's a hole or a problem. Just we need to study more about the nasakh from the right sources, is that to understand the beauty of our Sharia. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant for all of us the best of understanding. Ameen. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.